Hello, hello, hello. Hey, you're tuning in to Car Musings, and guess who I am? Guess. Come on, I bet you can't guess. You're listening to Car Musings, so that means it's your man, Mad Morgan. How's everybody doing today? How are you doing today? Are you surviving another day? I know I am. Oh, I tell you, life is just interesting. I recently had a former co op from 20 years ago, pop up on me recently. And out of the blue, I don't know where this guy just he found me on LinkedIn, you know, and he found me on one of the social media websites. He found me somewhere and basically sent me a message and said, "Hey, Mad Morgan, do you remember me?" And I'm like, "Wow, all right." Yeah, so he was actually a co-op student I tutored. I used to run a program, and yeah, helping educate the next generation, help educate the young minds. That's what I did way back when. I've been a teacher of sorts over my life, taught a lot of people, a lot of things, and it's been interesting. I like helping people. I like enlightening people. I like educating people. I mean, it's still in my blood. It's something I do, and it's kind of to my own. I don't know, kind of to my own. I don't know, demise is what I'm looking for, but it sometimes doesn't serve me so well. I love helping people, not because I want to make it sound like I know everything. I just like helping people overcome stuff that they don't know. That's probably why I did so well in support positions, because I like that kind of element. So I'd like to help people out. Anyway, so he's some big wig now, and good for him. Good for him. But you know what? I think it was just the fact that, way back when, 20 plus some years ago, I tutored him or I co opted him. I taught him stuff back in high school. And now he is some big shot, successful guy. And I think that's great. I applaud him. I think that's great. But he reached out and say, "Hey, I know you. Thank you very much for back then. This is where I'm at now." And it's just kind of interesting because it's like, uh, you know what it's like getting advice from the student, you know, you're the master and the student's teaching you stuff. And it's interesting. It's the same old drill. I know I've talked about this in other episodes, but I'm going to talk about it again today. Basically, everybody's saying about playing the game, playing the game, playing the game. Now I have to learn how to play the game. So I got to learn how to play the game, right? And this guy's trying to educate me on how to play the game. He played it really well, though. Kudos to him. I think that's great. Never forget where you've come from, I always say. Never forget where you've come from. Never forget those that have helped you along the way. When it comes to success, you don't do it alone. And you should always remember those people that helped you up that ladder. But unfortunately, in a transactional world, people forget about that. I got what I needed, blah, 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 you know, and that's fine. But I'm not going to, you know, be thankful, some people would say, because blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, fine. Don't be thankful for it. That's up to you. I mean, I never forgot where I came from. I once in a while check in on the people that I've learned a lot from over my life, and I check in on them and say, hey, how are you doing? Thank you very much. I know it was a long time ago, but you kind of gave me some direction. You kind of helped me out. You kind of put me, on that right path, and you helped me believe in myself or believe I could do it or, believe in my goals. And I just think that's pretty awesome. I mean, I like being part of people's journey when it comes to that kind of stuff. I just think it's neat. I think it's really neat to be part of somebody's journey, knowing that you're not forgotten. You made a difference in them to a small degree or major degree, who knows, and they're happy for it and they thank you for it and they just remember you for it. Like, you know, I wish I could still be the pillar of piss and vinegar and virility and everything I was back when I tutored this guy and sort of co-opted him and taught him and everything else. I wish I could be that strong, cocky individual I once was. It's just very difficult when you have you know, the pegs knocked out from under you a few dozen times. It kind of, because some people would say it humbles you. If anything, it just pisses you off. And I think that's part of the issue about not playing the game that I'm not doing right. Is supposedly, and this is again my former student that told me this. Um, Supposedly, you have to be nice and positive to everybody, even when you don't want to be. You got to try to be everybody's friend, but not really their friend. Everybody in a professional setting is only transactional and only is in it for themselves. Nobody does things for the right reasons anymore. They only do it for what they can get out of it. Like, it's just like, and then, it's funny because being given this advice from one of my former students who I have years of experience in different directions on. And then I have a discussion with, you know, somebody that helps out with their pooch, and a very down to earth woman. And she basically said, we talked about the game, so to speak, and she's like, yeah, I can't be fake like that. I can't be dishonest and fake and not genuine. I can't do that, she said. And I'm like, you know what? I'm with you on that one. And it's funny because you just realize that certain people are cut a certain way. It's just, can you put aside your nature, your good nature, your kindness, your consideration for other people, your empathy, all that stuff to fit into a mold that the rest of the world seems to be fitting into? Can you separate your goodness to be that fake person in order to play this particular maneuver, which everybody seems to figure out except for a small little handful of us who basically choose to hold on to our humanity and our decency. So, but again, it's nice when people remember you. So, I don't know. It's like, you're sitting there going, what's the point of today's episode, Matt Morgan? Well, it wasn't really what I was going to talk about originally. But let's just start it off with, it is nice when people that you have been part of their journey actually remember you for small contributions or impact that you had on their lives. I just think that's awesome. Anyways, my discussion today was not going to be this. I know we're like a good 7-8 minutes in already, but my discussion today was actually going to be, have you noticed, I don't even know how I'm going to title this episode, but it'll be fun. Have you noticed in media, in movies and TV shows, a blatant acceleration of the use of the word fuck? Have you? I know I have. And it's completely out of context. It doesn't fit in the scenario. It doesn't fit into any of it, but it F-bomb, 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 F-bomb. And everybody seems to be okay with it for some reason. I don't understand it. My better half is okay with it. My buddies are okay with it. This person's okay with that person. And I'm sitting there like, how are you okay with this? I don't understand. Okay, so I'm watching season 4 of The Witcher. Don't get me wrong, it's very difficult with the new actor playing The Witcher because it's like Thor playing The Witcher. It's just weird, okay? Because that's what he looks like. Marvel series Thor, everything else. So, anyways, so I'm watching The Witcher, and you know the setting it's in. Mages and warriors and da 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 da. Watch it, it. Anyways, the fact that he's dropping the F-bomb all of a sudden, and I'm pretty sure he didn't do it in the first 2 or 3 seasons. It's like, really? I watched a spin-off, NCIS spin-off called Tony and Ziva. Drop the F-bomb again. I'm like, what is going wrong with this world? Like, I mean, did we lose track of our moral fiber? Our level of decency? Have we gotten to the point where anything goes? And there's not enough sensationalism in the world There's not enough sensationalism in the world. There's not enough free porn and this, that, and everything else. And like now we're getting to the point where, eh. Okay, here's what I find that's kind of funny about this. So we're dropping the F bomb on regular TV, it seems, and yet AI cannot generate naked pictures. Do you not see how funny this is? I think it's hilarious where we put our values, where we put certain conditions that it's okay and not okay. Uh, Level of decency and, you know, not using profanity and foul language and everything else. No, we're not gonna censor that. We're gonna allow that. You can say any words; they're just words. But heaven forbid you should show the naked body that we all have and we've all seen. But we can't do that. That would just be wrong. I don't understand where our values are when it comes to certain things. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like we're okay with one, but oh no, over here we're not okay with that. I don't know who makes this shit up. I really don't. I really don't. It's just like everything else that goes on. I think this is going to be blah x5 times 5 because I'm going to be all over the place with this episode. So probably blah x5. If you've been around, there's a 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's usually when I can't give a title to something because I'm all over the place. I don't know. I still can't, like, don't get me wrong, the older I get and the grumpier I get, closer towards my destiny as a grumpy old man, I know I swear more only because I have a very stubborn wife and a very stubborn child, and I don't smoke anymore, and there's like a whole bunch of things that I've had to shelve and put aside and everything that were my mechanisms which helped me to deal with the everyday. So, yeah, kind of swearing has kind of helped me deal with a lot of that stuff. Not in polite company. I won't do that in public. I will pretty much just reserve that behind closed doors because, yeah, I was kind of raised with a level of decency and class and, and just mannerisms and all that stuff like that. So, I mean, I generally don't use foul language in the public because it's just not right. There's no need for it. I think there's a time and place for it, but I don't think there's a time and place for it in a completely, I don't know, it's like a fantasy driven type series that I know probably kids are going to watch that. But, well, now that I think about some of the scenes in that movie and that series, okay, maybe the F bomb is not the worst of it. I mean, hell, yeah, okay. Anyways, but the Tony and Ziva thing, I mean, come on now. That's just, that's just going too far. But I've seen it in other stuff. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I don't understand why they decided to drop it. I don't know if it's for sensationalism. It's really difficult to say. But, I mean, it's kind of one of those things. Yeah, I kind of wish you didn't make that decision to do that, but you did. Okay, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not the one that pays for the shows. I'm not the one that makes these decisions. But, if that's what you decide to do, that's what you decide to do. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I don't know where the moral fiber has went when it comes to a lot of things. And I guess it's kind of one of those, I'm kind of like out of my elements. Like I'm not back to my whole parallel dimension shit. It's almost like this reality is being created to take everything that I don't want to have happen and don't want to be in a reality, and it's like it's boom. It's like the script. It's the script for what's new every week and every day and what's coming down the pipe. It's almost so surreal because in what freaking world What kind of twisted fantasy is Donald Trump, President of the United States? Right? Right? Like, there's got to be a bad version of the Matrix. I mean, it just does. It just does. It's really hard to look at the world and go, oh man, somebody's punking me or someone's trolling me or something, because this is just next level shit. Like, I just don't understand. It's almost like, you know what? Watch your thoughts because the next thing you think of becomes your reality. But if that's the case, then you should be able to change your reality, right? I would think. You know, I would think you would be able to change your if your thoughts and your concepts, things that you imagine or think about in your little nugget, if all that stuff is what's making your reality, then technically you should be able to, like choose your own adventure. I don't want that here. Let's take that out. Let's substitute it for something else. Let's change it for this or whatever. I think you should be able to do that. So, if that's the case, then in my reality, Trump is no longer around past Christmas. Um, let's just say the construction doesn't go so well and things go south and takes out all his governing body. And yeah, we finally get some normalcy put back into that particular state of things. And then, we start cleaning up the world because it's bonkers out there. Oh, I tell you, it's bonkers. I don't know. It's just one of those things. I mean, I've decided that, the expression goes, if you can't beat them, join them. Fuck, I don't even know how to be that fake. But I am going to think back to all the motherfuckers that fucked me over and played the game and screwed me around and all this stuff like that, and made life difficult because, my moral fiber and their completely indecency. And I'm basically going to try to do the crap that they do, the insincerities, the fakeness, the happy, joy, unicorns and rainbow farts and all that stuff like that. I'm going to try to do this. This is my pledge. I'm going to pledge to try to do this. I'm going to try to play the game. As soon as I get back into another work environment, professional or semi-professional scene, I'm going to try to play the game and be disgustingly positive and disgustingly happy and disgustingly supportive and see if that actually plays off really well. That's what I'm going to say. And who makes these fucking rules is what I want to know. Who makes the rules that you got to put on a fake happy face? Oh, but you can't say it's fake. You got to appear like you're genuine. But who makes these rules? Like, who sets the precedent that if you do not follow this pattern, this rule, this way of doing things, that you are going to be ostracized? Like that Mad Morgan guy. Like, who makes these rules is what I want to know. Like, who's the one that defines this is how it is? I want to, punch that person, frankly. Anyways, yeah, I made a pledge that I'm going to try to be fucking smiley, supportive, fucking bullshit, fakeness, and all that stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm going to try to do. I've decided I really have no choice in the matter. I kind of have to do it, right? Because, yeah, this, the last couple of years have just been ass. They've been difficult. And so I need to get past that. Oh, this is going to be interesting. How does this work? I don't even know how this is going to work. Huh. Okay. Well then. So, yeah. Anyways, all that aside. Folks, I think that's it for today. I'm drawing a blank at this point. I said about what I wanted to say, but you know what? Just be the best person you can be and keep your integrity in check. Just try to be decent. And for fuck's sakes, help people out. Life's too short. If you have the means, if you have any method of, like, help people out. Even if you might be going through a rough time, but people have it tougher than you. Just do what you can to friggin' help people out, will you? Like, just do what you can to help people out. That's all I'm saying. Do what you can, help people out, because there will come a day that you need their help as well. And they're going to remember you if you were some selfish, self-serving motherfucker and you had the means and you didn't help them out. I'm just saying, help out people that need it, genuinely need it. Help them out. It doesn't necessarily have to be putting some dollars in their pockets, but if you have a little extra, great. Hell, even if you have some food, help them out. Because that helps alleviate the cost of living, which frankly, if they're in a tough bind, they're having difficulties with. Right? So help out any way you can. Your power, your influence, your financials, your not a lot of lip service. Like you can just fuck off the lip service. Okay, we don't need a lot of lip service. We don't need a lot of, falseness and, happy, happy, joy, joy. What are you doing, bud? Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're on crack or what? Fucking idiot. Anyways, don't give a lot of lip service. Give actions. All right? If you're going to help somebody out, give actions. Actions speak louder than words. Actually do something. Don't just talk about it. Don't just give them, oh, it's going to be okay, it's going to get better bullshit. That doesn't help people. That pisses them off. Okay? Actually do something. Because we don't need to be patronized. We need help. So, help somebody. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. This is going to be Blot times 5, for sure. Because I'm pretty sure I'm at 5. If not, it'll be Blot times 6. But it's going to be one or the other. It's not going to be because I was all over the place. But you know what? Either way, thanks for being here. Love you for being here. I'm your host, Mad Morgan. I will see you on the next episode of Car Musings. And you have yourself an amazing rest of your day or evening or wherever it is. And I will see you when I see you next. Bye for now.